Hello and welcome to the Dransfield Stadium for this Northern Premier League East match between North Ferriby and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft for this game, live on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel, and we look forward to this one because it's the day after Valentine's Day, and where else better to be than in a stadium in the shadow of the Humber Bridge here by the Great River in the UK. The Steels looking forward to this one. They finally ended their goal drought last Saturday with that 1-0 win against Ossett United. Oliver Grezlak, the scorer in that game. And they have a reason to be confident. They're facing a side that just a few months ago they beat 4-0 at Brackenmore. However, North Ferriby come into this side into this game as one of the informed sides in the league. They have not lost since the 1st of January when they fell to, quite surprisingly, relegation battle at Sherwood Colliery. So a big match here today as the Steels will look to get back onto some good form following up their win against Ossett, while North Ferriby will look to try and turn themselves from just being mere playoff contenders into some maybe challenging for those top spots. We'll go through the teams here now, and we'll start with North Ferriby. So it's Ben Bottomley in goal for North Ferriby, then followed by Sam Ainsley and Jack Walters, Louis Kirk, Niall Tilsley who's the captain, Dom Roma, Danny East, Joel Shortland, Tom Corner, Lewis Denison and Kieran Ceesay. Their benches Mason Johnson, Adam Porritt, Jayden Chibanga, Joshua Morale and former Steel Dan Hernandez could make his second appearance for North Ferriby against Stocksbridge today. For the Steels it's Ben Townsend in goal, then it's Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner who's the captain, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagleton, Danny Deakin makes his return from injury, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson who makes his second debut for the club today after signing from Belper Town, Tommy Marshall and Oliver Grezlak. The benches Elliot Murray, Ash Butterworth, Silas Valladolid Collins, Harrison Poulter and Jack Dolman. So we're just getting the handshakes between who captains Niall Tilsley and Curtis Turner today as we prepare for this match. Luke Rawson, obviously the big news signing coming into this game, coming back from Belper Town. Scored 19 goals for Stocksbridge last season. Will look to get his second spell the way with a goal today. But obviously big news for a lot of Steel fans will be that Danny Deakin's back in the midfield. Been out with over the last few weeks, hamstring injury, been much missed, and he is a huge return for this Steel side. So it looks like North Ferriby will have the kick-off. It's Danny East standing over the ball. Our referee Matthew Wright is just doing his final few checks before we can get underway. Ben Townsend just having to clear off his water bottle before we can get underway. The referee's been keen-eyed so far, before the game starts. We'll continue to make the final few checks. I think it's just a synchronisation of the washers to go, and here we go. Well, a little feint from North Ferriby, we haven't started just yet, and now here we go. So North Ferriby gets underway in a chilly afternoon here by the Humber River. North Ferriby wear the white shirt with green trim, white shorts, white socks, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from right to left. Kieran Ceesay's fighting for the ball. He's got it from 2 centimetres forward, but back onto the left it goes to Walters. Flips it over the top here and waiting for a cross to go in, but well stopped by Eagleton, but he loses the ball back to Shortland for Lemondale to get in there and clears it out, but only back to Stocksbridge. But Rawson tackled dispossessed, ball goes forward, but easy enough for Dom Roma, who's unchallenged in his own half. Going to switch it, looking for that right hand side. He's looking for Danny East, but Owen heads away, then Turner flicks on, Grezlak can't get to it, and North Ferriby will try and get onto the right wing, but Tinker's the only man there, and Tinker will send it downfield, looking for Rawson, and it goes over the top of Tilsley, who missed the header, but no one was hovering behind, so it'll be comfortably back to Ben Bottomley. Bottomley just taking the ball in hand here, and will launch this away. Turner looks to win it, but it's over him, and bounce a bit awkwardly. Eagleton gets the header away, and then Owen takes touch, but Eagleton was fouled during that. So we will have a free kick to the Steels. I'm not sure why we didn't just continue with advantage for that. We know the ball was taking it forward, but that's how the referee is going to referee today. If you're listening on the YouTube chat, please do feel free to get involved by putting a message in it. We will try and shout out as many of you as possible. Townsend will send it long. He's looking for Luke Rawson, but goes over the top of Luke Rawson, and Rawson is penalised. I thought it was him who got the shove in the back, but Rawson's penalised, and it's taken about a minute, and 2 minutes, and Luke Rawson's not happy with the referee. It was a typical sight in his first spell with the club that lasted 2 years, and it's continuing now that his second spell is here. Back with Bottomley. Left footed, launching it long. Eagledon will head it away, then O'Connor flicks it on. Grejlak's got a bit of touch away, and it's going to go out to Ainsley on the right. Flips it forward, beyond Tinker, but Owen will sweep up. He has to take it into his own corner. It's uncomfortable, and he just has to slide it out. Going to North Ferriby in a good position, not far from the flag. Going into a little bit of a shove as he was entering back position, so in a bit of a tense there, but over at that end. Ainsley will have the throw-in. Throws it short, but he's going to... And Ainsley has been done for a foul throw. Not often we see that. Yeah, well, we see plenty of foul throws, but we don't see it penalised very much, but the referee today, Matthew Wright, being keen on that. Tinker launching it downfield. Rawson heads back in the midfield. Deacon heads it on, but only goes to Shortland, who puts it back forward and then cleared away, and then back by Tilsley. Turner tries heading to field, but it's going to go out to Cisse on the left here, who's being forced backwards at the moment, but finds a bit of space. Sends it over to East on the right. Tinker closing in. East sends it on for chase to Ainsley. It's a really good ball to Ainsley, who then takes beyond Grejlak. It could be a corner kick here. And that is what the referee is going to give. Oliver Grejlak's not happy about it, but it did look like he did get the final touch on it. So it's a corner kick for North Ferriby, our first of the game. And some early defence for the Steel staff to do. So we will have to be stern defender. North Ferriby started the brighter of the two teams so far in these early few moments. Flipped in corner, looking for the far post. Eagledon will head it away as it goes there, but nearly back to Danny East, who will try and take it on the outside, on the left-hand side. Puts a tantalising cross in, but it's gone out of play before he's put it back in. It was a teasing cross for the likes of Tom Corner at the far post, who scored here against the Steelers last season. But East could not keep it in play, and it is a goal kick for Stocksbridge. We'll of course try and keep it today with anything else going across the grounds today, but no goals yet in the Northern Premier League East, just a cancellation. Carlton Town's match has been postponed. Townsend sent it long, going to fall a bit short. O'Connor will flick it on, then Rawson heads it on. Grejlak touched it on, looking for Marshall, just not enough for him, and Tilsley will collect and sends it over the stand and into the car park behind. Volunteer is going to be a busy one, going out to fetch that, and hopefully it's not hit a car. Tinker will get this throw. Stocksbridge having to get, they're getting a sustained attack here for the first time. He's got a bit of movement from three men here, but he's going to be the fourth man. He tries to find Marshall, but he's leaving him, but it was head away from it, gets him. It's another throw in. Grejlak was smart enough to leave it. So it's currently with Tinker, and he's going to ask everyone to go into the box, but then they all break out and finds Deacon close to the corner flag. Back to Tinker, who takes it on his right, trying to get into the box, blocked on his way, has to toe poke. It looks Marshall back to goal, edge of the box, trying to find some space. Look to find O'Connor on the other side, but that is intercepted by Walters, who clears it away, but only back to Eagledon, who will clip it back forward, but he gets it wrong there. He puts it out for a North Ferriby throw-in. 6 minutes gone in this game, 0-0 here. All thrown forward, Stockbridge clearing it. Knocked into the air. Both teams are going to appeal for it, and North Ferriby is going to win the appeal, as Ian Richards proves why he wasn't a goalkeeper trying to catch the ball over in the Stocksbridge dugout. Failed to do so. It was a bit of a juggling affair from him. Walters will launch the ball forward. It's a nice little touch on there, but Stockbridge got into it. Grejlak was getting pulled, and will be a free kick Steels. And it will be a yellow card for Dom Roma as well. First yellow card very early into the game. It's for stopping a counter, which could have led to a goal-scoring opportunity. It was a light one from Roma in terms of the foul. He pulled just a bit too much on Grezlak, but it isn't the severity of the type of foul that gets you a yellow. It's why and where you've done it. Townsend has it just inside the half, inside his own half. Right-footed, clips it towards the far side of the box, looking for Eagledon. And head away by corner, goes to Turner, who heads it behind for O'Connor. Finds Tinker. Tinker's going to clip it towards the right-hand side. Eagledon looks to challenge it, heads it into the box, and Grezlak will try and get onto it, but he was just too deep to be able to cause any problems back. It is actually going to be given as a corner kick. I thought that was going to be a goal kick, and I am a bit... Look, as biased as we are on the Stocksbridge commentary, even we're thinking we got a bit lucky with that one. So it's a corner kick, and Danny Deakin, who has been much missed on these set pieces, by the way, he's a killer delivery from him, and the North Ferriby will be particularly unhappy if they concede from this one. Here comes the corner in lofted towards the near post, possibly punches it away, back for Deakin, who's going to take the touch, clips it in, looking for the near post, headed away by Sam Ainsley before it can get to it. It's out for another corner, second of the game. For Stocksbridge anyway. In the Premier League, Kevin Sharder has scored for Brentford. They're 1-0 up on West Ham. Back for Danny Deakin, who will take his second corner in a matter of minutes. Look towards that near post again. Oh, he gets the header, and it's over the line. It's not the North. It has been adjudged over the line. It's Paul Eagledon who's got the last header onto it. His second goal of the season. It crossed the line. Ben Bottomley kicks his post in anger. The on-loan defender from just down the river, from Hull City, has managed to score at a ground he'll have played at a few times for Hull's youth team. It's 1-0 to the Steels. Paul Eagledon, the goal scorer. And the Steels lead 1-0 from their second set piece, all triggered by perhaps a potentially wrong call by the referee, and that will be a matter of annoyance for the North Ferriby staff and players. But they have got the game underway here, as Grezlak head ball and will be a North Ferriby throw-in.
Oh well, when you're only your age, you don't know everything about everything. You only know some of the things.
So Stocksbridge on the ball now, winning the headers. It's a bit of head before it's a clear handball from North Ferriby field, and the referee takes his time to blow the whistle after Louis Kirk was clearly contacted the ball with his arm. Back from Ben Townsend. He's got another free kick in it. It was from a free kick in a near identical position that Stocksbridge earned the corner that got them the opening goal. Townsend will clip it towards the box. Eagledon looks to win the header, but corner heads away. Out back to Grezlak, who's going to look to get down the side, but then slows it down. He's got the overlap of O'Connor, but instead Grezlak looks to move it on his left, takes a shot, blocked, and O'Connor tries to get onto it. O'Connor will get a touch, but I think he might just end up going out for a throw, and he's going to just keep it in back to Lemon, and then Lemon's going to lose out to Ceesay. Counter-attack from North Ferriby. Ceesay looks to find Danny East, finds Danny East, but the deflection slowed it down, switches it back to the left-hand side. And now it's Dennison down the left, putting the cross in blocked, appeals for a handball on Danny Deakin, but Stocksbridge able to clear it. Just North Ferriby's passing let themselves back. Now Rawson's won the ball well, and he's going to loft a bouncing ball forward for Grezlak to fight for, and he just won out by Tilsley. He's able to clear it away. Some goal-to-goal football there from both sides. I think North Ferriby just a bit let down by the quality of their switches. Especially in particular, I think the key moment was the deflection on Ceesay's pass to Danny East, which just meant Danny East had to slow the game down a bit and allowed enough Stocksbridge players to get back. Ball forward to Rawson, it just bounces up and away from him, and North Ferriby will return it over there, and it's a good catch by the fan over on the opposite side of the stadium. Back now with Lemon after the throw, and he gets it back. Forward blocked by Cisse again, but Lemon will win the ball back, and Lemon's going to put a cross in, look for Grezlak beyond him, and will bounce for Bottomley. So Steels with a very positive start so far in this game. They are 1-0 up. Paul Eagledon, that goal scorer. I think Ben Bottomley is going to get a new ball here to restart the game with. Another throw, and Grezlak gets the clearance, and he's going to try and press onto his own clearance, and it will be controlled by Roma. Returns it to Bottomley, and he launched it long, and this might be one by Danny East if the header goes right, but Owen gets a head in, and Tinker plays away, but only back a corner. Corner takes a shot. Well saved by Townsend, who gets down well to his right. Stocksbridge almost setting up for Tom Corner. Back to Townsend now, who will restart the game. Ball goes down, looking for Marshall. Marshall can only head up into the air. It's appeals from both teams, and North Ferriby win the appeal. Elsewhere in the Northern Premier League East, Brighouse have taken lead against Ashington. Akil Francis, the scorer. That would climb them out of the relegation zone. Corner heads the throw-in on. And it ricochets back to Cisse now, who tries to put it in the middle, but it's a loose pass. Deakin wins it back to Eagledon, who then will clear it away. Left footer looking for Rawson, who heads it on, looks Marshall. Marshall got a touch onto it, but then Walters have managed to win the ball and is able to clear it downfield and keep it in play as well. Goes forward. Back to Cisse, then through to Kirk, who tries to switch it down. And Corner got the flick on the header, and he's going to get onto his own flick on. Face up with the defender, putting a cross in, looking for our post, looking for East. Townsend claims it well. Launches it really quickly as well. Grezlak gets the touch. He hasn't really got the pace though to break away, and he's going to down left. Slips it through to Rawson. Rawson's offside. He was about half a yard off, I'd say, as well. It's a fair decision by the linesman. So we're 14 minutes gone in this game, and it is 1-0 to the Steels. Just down the river, by the way, Hull City are 1-0 up on Norwich. Crooks has scored for the Tigers. Townsend sending it long, headed on by Corner, but then Tinker clears it away. Rawson will challenge, comes off his back, and it's going to bounce out to Grezlak, who's going to try and return it to Rawson on the right hand side. He will have to chase it, but Marshall's out to try and challenge for it too, and Walters is to it first, but he's been forced into his own corner and clears away, but only back to O'Connor. O'Connor lays it off for Deakin. Deakin back to O'Connor. He's got Marshall on his right, and Connor's going to put the cross in, look for Rawson. Cleared away before I can get to Rawson, and onto the left-hand side, Walters has it, and Walters will clear it and clear it off. Marshall's going to actually stay in play, and Marshall's going to win it right in the corner flag. Tries to get it back to O'Connor, it's blocked, and it will be a throw to Stocksbridge right next to the flag. The bounce on this pitch is working quite well for the Steels so far. Another goal to tell you about in the North Premier League. Dunstan are ahead against Bridlington Town. JJ O'Donnell has scored. Thrown into the box to Rawson, who flicks on looking for Grezlak, but it just don't make it to him. Bottomley's there first. Stocksbridge are looking dangerous when they can get onto the ball. That booking, by the way, for North Ferriby, I thought it was given to Don Rome, but the football pages has given that to Sam Ainsley. His ball goes forward, Owen heads away, but then returns to Corner, and then knocks it forward, and Tinker will send it away back to Corner, and onto left hand side looking for Cisse, and he will fight to keep it in, and he can't do so. It will be a goal kick. Both teams looking to attack as much as possible in this game. It's been an entertaining one so far. In a South Yorkshire scoreline, Barnsley are 1-0 up on Huddersfield Town. Russell has scored for the Tykes, while in the Premier League, Fulham are 1-0 up on Nottingham Forest. Emile Smith-Rowe scoring for the Cottagers. And Concert have just taken lead against Bradford Park Avenue. Isaac Walker scored. Bradford Park Avenue coming off a disappointing loss to Heaton Stannington during the week. corner's controlling the ball well, gets it to Danny East on the right, looking backwards here for Ainsley, who knocks it long and flicked on, goes into the box, but Iggulden will be there, and he lays it back to Townsend, who takes the touch. He's going to be pressed by Dennison, but Townsend able to get it away, looking for Rawson, who flicks the header on, looking for Marshall, but well won by Walters, who holds Marshall a bit, but it'll be back to the defence, and it will now switch over to Ainsley on the right. Sent forward to East, looking to get it back, and now back in defence it will go. Carrying it forward is Roma, but before he takes it back to Bottomley. So he's having a bit of control at Bottomley, slowing the game down. It's been a very quick-paced game up to now. Both teams look capable of scoring goals in this one, and the Steelers have got one. As there is a free kick for Stocksbridge. Well, it's actually a free kick against North Ferriby by the referee, but the linesman has flagged for offside, and now eventually the referee Matthew Wright will say, nope, everyone go in the opposite direction. You might have heard the fans in our stand, the Stocksbridge fans shouting, trying to remind the ref, hey, the linesman's pulled his flag up here. Townsend's going to try and take it on down that side, looking for Rawson. Rawson's going to take the touch. Rawson looks to the keeper. It's been saved by Bottomley. It's a great save. It's a great idea by Luke Rawson, trying to score on his second debut for the club. It's a great ball from Ben Townsend, but it's an equally good save from Bottomley. He's able to claw it away. It's another corner kick for Stocksbridge, and it's from the side they scored earlier on in the game. So, Danny Deacon with the corner. Can the Steels make the most of this one as well? Left footed. Look for that near post again. Head away well by Danny East. Owen goes to try and rescue, but he can't judge the bounce. Then knocks it back in, and he goes out for a goal kick in the end. Over to Grumpy Old Man going get in after the Steels goal. Cleethorpes Town are 1-0 up on Sheffield FC. Josh Walker has scored. That's first versus bottom. As Tinker's won the ball well there, and he's now going to clip it over the top, looking for Marshall. Head away before he can get to Marshall, and Bottomley will be able to get back to it. Handsworth are losing 2-1 to Campion in the Northern Counties. Former Steel Ethan Bojang has scored for the Bradford Bay side as they look for promotion. Took away from Iggulden, but it's returned first time, and it's going to go into the box. Townsend raced onto it, but it's a great challenge by Jack Tinker before it can make it to an attacker. Would have been a huge opportunity for North Ferriby had that made it to the forward, but Tinker with a fantastic challenge, and it will remain 1-0 to the Steels for now. 20 minutes gone. Throwing for Walters. Thrown into the box to corner. Back to Shortland, who will have to send it back to the left-hand side to Walters again. Going forward, but it's blocked, and again goes out to Shortland, who has it blocked, and then the free kick is given for an earlier foul. So North Ferriby a chance to get the ball into the box here. For the Premier League, Manchester City are 1-0 up on Newcastle United. Omar Marmouche has scored. It was like Manchester City versus Newcastle United, with the riches both teams have, is in a different world to this sort of fixture, even though it's all the same sport. It's a free kick now for North Ferriby. Flipping the ball and look at that far post, and it's Walters who threatens the header, but it just goes across the box, and Dennison will keep it in. Gets it towards the edge of the area where Kirk flicks it into the box, but Rawson back defending, and his clearance is charged down and blocked. It will go out for a goal kick. Just an update on the table is that with results stand, Stocksbridge would be 6 points away from 5th place Dunstan, but Dunstan do have 2 games in hand. And they are against teams in the bottom half of the table. Townsend sends it down the field, looking for Rawson again. Goes over Rawson, then goes to Marshall, who chests it down, looks to control it really well with his chest. Gets it out now to Deakin, back to Turner, forward to Marshall. Marshall turns down the left-hand side. We'll put it in the middle to Grayslack, and Grayslack finds Marshall, puts it back in the middle, and it's in the 6-yard area where it's knocked back to Bottomley by his own defender. Heart-in-mouth stuff for the North Ferriby fans who fearing an own goal out of that, but they get away with it, and the Steels will remain just the 1 goal up for now. But brilliant play down the left-hand side, even if bits of it did look accidental. Back with Townsend now, who will clear it upfield. Headed away, but only back to Turner, who heads out wide to Grayslack. Then back to Tinker, who takes the touch and will now send it down the line, looking for Deakin here, but headed away well by Roma. Turner will return it with the header. Deakin controls with his chest. Back to Turner. Now to Grayslack on the left-hand side. Can't get past Ainsley, who makes the tackle and plays it away. Looking at the corner. But it's going to be tackled by Eagledon and back to Owen. Now it's O'Connor who's dropped very deep here to collect the ball and then lays it off to Owen, who's going to be pressed, and Owen will have to just send it long, looking for Rawson, but Roma heads it away to Deakin, who tries to chest it for O'Connor, but well won there by North Ferriby, and it will be back to Townsend. Forward to Owen, and then Turner, who takes the touch, and then we'll switch it out to the right to Lemon, and forward to Marshall, who doesn't get good control over it, loses the ball, and it's back with Walters now. Walters clips it over the top. Eagledon will head it away, and that will describe to play for a North Ferriby throw. So in that relegation battle, there has been a goal. Heaton Stannington are 1-0 up on Sherwood Colliery. Heaton Stannington have been in good form over the last few weeks and would climb out of the relegation zone with that result. As Bain Bottomley have the ball played back to him, he has to battle to keep it in, and Grayslack almost managed to get to the ball for him. It's cleared out to Turner, who chests it down, forward to Deakin, back to Tinker, in the centre circle, just leaves it now, forward to Rawson, who holds it up well, and will get a foul for being held by Niall Tilsley. It's a free kick just outside the box. Danny Deakin, who's been out for a few weeks now, he's marching over to that ball with purpose. He wants to score from this free kick. Steele's very own set-piece specialist. It's actually a bit deeper than I thought it would be, so it might be a cross rather than a shot from him. I thought it was about 5 yards further forward than that, but maybe it was an earlier foul that was given. So it will be left for Deakin to take. Deakin, he is going for the shot, and he's wide of the near post. A goal kick now for North Ferriby. Manchester City are now 2-0 up on Newcastle United. Omar Marmoush has scored again. Ball forward from Bottomley, it's going to go out to the left-hand side. Tinker wins a header, and it gets it away, and we cleared away for a kick to Grayslack, and our committee were ready to go catch the ball as it went careening towards them. The advertising audience saved it. We do believe that Graham Furness carries a pair of Puma Kings in his bag, ready to go on the bench if need be. Tinker with the throw-in right in front of us. Launch it downfield. He's looking for Grayslack, but headed away before it can get to him. Goes back to Turner, will judge the bounce and will volley it forward to Rawson, who chests it well. Back to left, just can't find Tinker with that pass, and it goes out for a throw-in. Rawson playing with a lot of energy today. Rotherham United are losing 1-0 to Reading in League One. Harvey Nibbs has scored for the Royals as corner flicks on the ball here, and it goes to Eaton. O'Connor gets tackled in, flicks it out to Tinkeroo. Moves forward, Grayslack controls, tries to get out, but well robbed of the ball by Louis Kirk, who will send it back to Bottomley. It's a round of applause for that fair and talented tackle. But the ball from Bottomley is not great, he just gives it back to Curtis Turner. Bottomley's distribution not been brilliant so far today. As forward to Rawson, who one touch back to O'Connor, goes to Grayslack. One touch passing from the Steels will find O'Connor on the right side, puts the cross back in blocked. It's another corner for the Steels, but it's some lovely passing football from the Steels. And a corner kick again, which is how Stocksbridge got that opening goal. back with Deakin to take this corner. All the corners for Stockbridge so far have come on that right-hand side. We haven't seen a single one from the left yet. And Deakin's corner again going for that near post, but it's been headed away by East. It will be back with Deakin, who will return it. High lofted one. Owen's going to challenge for it. Bottomley spills it. Tinker turns it, and it's going to be cleared off the line, but it was a foul anyway. It was just a bit too much on Bottomley, the push on him, and it will be a free kick. Turner's effort, though, was cleared off the line. I think Jack Tinker would have just accepted it was cursed if that hadn't been a foul on the goalkeeper and it would have cleared off the line again, or if it had gone in and it was disallowed. As the ball switched over to Grezlak just can keep it in. It fell really nicely for him on this left-hand side. He's got help from Deakin, but Grezlak will go to Marshall in the middle. Marshall trying to open his body up. Back to Turner it goes. He's got Deakin on the left and he's taken the option of Deakin on the left. Deakin facing his man to Marshall. Marshall trying to get on his right. He's going to take the shot on his right, and I think that's a bit too much because it just curls quite comfortably into the arms of Bottomley. Steele's looking really good over the last 5-10 minutes. Bridlington have equalised against Dunstan. Michael Coulson has scored for the Seasiders. Ferriby send the ball forward and it just almost bounced to them, and Owen had to do a very sheepish clearance away as it went back to Shortland, and he's knocked it down the left, and Cisse is going to be the first one onto that. Cisse here will put the cross in right-footed, and it's going to be headed to the edge of the box by Tinker, and then O'Connor headed to the right, he goes to corner, and then it's O'Connor who makes another tackle. Alex O'Connor with some brilliant defensive work, almost put the Seals into a bit of trouble with his header, but he's gone and rescued it himself. Back for Deakin here, who slowing the game down now to O'Connor on his left. We'll return it back to Townsend, who takes the touch and will now send it downfield. He's looking for Rawson, who flicks it on but can't get it over the head of Walters, who will take it away from Tommy Marshall now. Marshall did go in with a tackle, and it was a foul of a tackle, so it will be a free kick to North Ferriby. Have the free kick now for North Ferriby, just inside Stocksbridge half, but they are going to use it as an opportunity to get the ball into the box. So with Walters here, Cisse was pulling out wide, and here's the wide option, but now we'll move into the box, and it will be a traditional ball into the box. Rawson will look to defend, and Rawson does head it, kicks a volley, and it's going to be just over by Lewis Dennison. Rawson got the first header onto the ball, but it wasn't a strong header away, and it fell to Lewis Dennison, who will not be happy with the way he took that chance. He's had a lot of space in the box, but he ends up just powerfully hitting it over. Stocksbridge have just had the best period of the game so far, but North Ferriby are almost the ones with a goal out of it. Come on, Ferriby! Ball forward by Townsend, head away by Tilsley. Tinker will return it, and then Tilsley returns it again, and it will be just kept in by Danny East. Owen will win it, but he's going to lose the ball. He flicks it away, gets it to Tinker, who will then send it forward, head away by Tilsley again, and return out to Walters by Shortland, and back into defence. It goes back with Tilsley, and back it goes to Bottomley. 30 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steels. Bottomley just allowing the North Ferriby fans to go forward before getting this, and he will send it forward. But heads it away well to Dennison, but then tackle that goes into the box, but Owen has to get back to Townsend, who then sends it away. Looking for Rawson, but head away by Tilsley again, and back to Turner. Will spread out to the left to Grezlak, back to Deakin now. Deakin forward to Turner, and then one touch pass back to Deakin, and he will push forward now as well. Deakin in the middle to Turner. Turner will lose ball, but it goes to Marshall. Marshall takes a shot, it's deflected, and it is going to be a corner kick for Stocksbridge once again from the right-hand side, where all of Stocksbridge's corners have come so far. Pontefract have gone 1-0 upon Liversidge. Mikey Dunn has scored. Liversidge in the bottom four at the moment as results stand. Deakin Deacon's initial corner efforts into the goal have been dealt fairly well because he has just been aiming at near post, and we've seen Danny East clear him 2 times in a row. So maybe we'll see something a bit different from this one. Near post again, but Danny East gets the header, but it goes behind him. Oh, he's going for it. His shirt's being pulled, Owen, but the foul's going to be given the other way. Wonder if it, from the side I couldn't see if Owen was pulling the shirt just a bit more than that. Back to the bottom lead to take this free kick. That's basically a goal kick. Bottomley sends this ball along here, and Eagleton will just get away to Deacon, then back to Turner, who sends it forward. Grejlak will head it onto Rawson, who takes control of it, lays it off sideways to Deacon. Grejlak wants it, Grejlak will get it, he's in the box, but the offside flag is up, and that's a marginal call from the linesman. A very close one, indeed. North Ferriby fans will be delighted with it, the Steel fans obviously quite irritated. Dunstan are back ahead against Bridlington. Dale Pearson has scored, so it's 2-1 to Dunstan up at the UTS Stadium. Ball forward from Bottomley. Owen will head it away, and then forward from O'Connor goes to Marshall, who tries to control it, and back it goes to Turner, who will send it forward, looking for Rawson, but head away, and Marshall gets the touch, but then it's well robbed by Ferriby, who will now get it back to Bottomley, who with a bit of footwork evades a charge down by Rawson, and then will send it forward. Owen will head it away, but it's back with North Ferriby now, who will send it to Ainsley on the right. Ainsley controls it back to Danny East, into the middle for Louis Kirk, and he sends it over to Walters as North Ferriby will look to build with plenty of passes. Tries to slip it forward, looking for corner. Good hold-up play from the striker as he puts it into the middle to Shortland, and then back to Walters, and now looking for Cisse on the left, and he's got the beat and a lemon there, and Cisse will go down that left. Be followed by Turner, cross into the middle. He's going to just go out of the box, out to the middle to corner, who's got his back to goal, tries a little back heel, but Turner intercepts, and then the 1-2 look at Deacon, trying to get back to Turner, but North Ferriby intercepts, but then just send a pass into the middle, which Deacon intercepts himself, and Tinker has the ball now. Forward to Grejlak. Will look to turn. Arm in the back, but then it goes to Deacon. That's Tinker now. Back it goes to Owen, and now all the way to O'Connor. O'Connor will switch forward. He's looking for Grejlak, but Ainsley with a nice little header gets it away from him. Will be a throw into Stocksbridge. 34 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-0 to the Steels. Pontefract are now 2-0 up on Liversidge. Danny Burns has scored again. And Manchester City are 3-0 up on Newcastle United. And an Omar Marmouche hat-trick. Tinker gets the ball back from the throw-in. Back to Deacon, and he looks to drill a ball fucking for Grejlak, but it was blocked initially. Grejlak did win the ball back, but still in this deep corner area. And Deacon will have to give it all the way back to Eagleton. North Ferriby successfully congested that side of the pitch. Goes through to Marshall, who doesn't turn like Owen was asking him to do. He has to give it back to Owen. Nice little switch from Owen as he now clips it over the top for Rawson. Rawson controls it back to Tinker. Tinker will look to go forward with it and trying to get down that left-hand side. He has to get back to Marshall. Marshall right foot to put the cross in. Head away at the edge of the area. Back for Jordan Lemon, who takes the touch, and he will look for an option. He goes out wide to O'Connor. Lemon then goes forward, but he isn't going to be taken up on it. Now he's taken up on it. One-touch pass, and he's going to look get Marshall with the one-touch pass, and Marshall's taking it wide, puts the cross in blocked, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. And again, I think that must be Stockbridge's 6th corner of the game, and it's all been on that right-hand side. And Stockbridge did score from one of these corners. And so they've all been near post efforts, which Danny East has been wise to over the last 3. He's got the first connection on all of them. And this one is going to go right into the middle, and Owen was rising highest for that one, but he couldn't keep it down, and it goes over the bar. So it will be a goal kick for North Ferriby. The change in tactic almost paying off from the set piece. Hallam are leading 2-0 against Beverley in a very similar fixture in terms of distances travelled. As Marshall controlled well before sending it down that right hand side. Grezlak's in a fight for it, but Roma's just able to boot that one away, and over to the cricket field it goes. So it's looking over throwing, and it's been a very good first half for the Steels. They just like that second goal, I think, because North Ferriby do look lively in attack. Throwing is with Lemon. Goes it short and then back to Lemon it goes. Left foot clipping it forward. Rawson gets down the right toe corner. Out to Marshall on the right. Marshall looks to pick it back. It's going to deflect, and then North Ferriby able to clear it. It looks like it's going to go back to the path of Grezlak. Headed back into the box. Rawson tries to flick it on. Deakin back to goal. Was looking to turn, but saw his path was blocked, and now he turns and he's going to put the cross in, looking for Rawson. Head away for it to get to him, and then cleared away by Shortland. Not very far. Steele's trying to press, and then eventually big boot away by Ainsley, gets it away. Owen takes the touch away from corner and then clips it forward. Grezlak gets the touch onto it with a high right foot, but Ainsley able to nip in and clear it away. Eagleton heads it out to Deakin, then through to O'Connor, and then back it goes to Lemon, who will send it forward, but covered by Walters, who returns it to Bottomley. They do send some passes back with a bit of venom back to the goalkeeper. The ball goes forward, but then intercepted by Turner. Turner looking to play in the middle. Rawson controls it, but intercepts the ball went down, and Rawson's just like, oh God, I thought I had it there. North Ferriby flicking over the top to Ainsley. Ainsley into the middle, pull to East. East finds Dennison on the right. It's really good play by North Ferriby, but Dennison's final ball was lacking in quality, and it goes over the bar. It was really nice play from North Ferriby. Really good build-up play that was finding space, finding men in the right areas, but that final ball just lacked the quality it needed, and it didn't even challenge Townsend or the defence. Nottingham Forest have equalised against Fulham in the Premier League. Chris Wood has scored. I think he's a Fantasy League favourite, so it'll make quite a few people happy, that one. And Bevington has put Dronfield Town 1-0 up. And we are just going to get a stoppage here. The linesman has stopped the game over in this corner. I'm not sure why that is. He's having a discussion with our referee Matthew Wright at the moment. We've not got bad weather here. The pitch is holding up well, so it's not, I don't think it would be any sort of fear of anything like that. But. So the referee has left his linesman on this nearest side to us, and he's going to go talk with the linesman on the opposite side now. Ben Townsend are going to talk with the linesman, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So we're waiting for us to hear something. We're not sure what's happened. We've had quite a bit of a lengthy stoppage now. So we're just waiting to see what might have happened. As the Matthew Wright heads back in with some murmurs that there might be some foul and abusive language from one of the players.
Is it not very well?
I think there's a bit of irritation from the North, some irritation from the North Ferriby players. And now the game will resume with no cards being handed out, nothing else. And so we're all a bit baffled here.
Come on, referee! Get on with it! What are you doing?
And now Townsend will get us underway after a stoppage, which is a bit long. And Grezlak flicks it onto Marshall. Marshall tries to win it, but Ainsley will get onto the ball. He clears away. Rawson's blocked it. Marshall's battling for it. Marshall wins the ball in the box. He's got a man in front of him in the goal. Takes a shot, blocked out for a corner kick. And the 7th corner of the game for Stocksbridge is actually going to be a left wing one. First time that's happened in the game. That was almost like, you know, when you watch American sports, they just take a stoppage every so often for an advert break.
It was a bit like that, wasn't it?
So it was a bit like that. We are in non-league football, so unless we're advertising one of our sponsors here, well, I don't think we were doing that. I don't think this is being televised on Sky Sports. As Turner flicks the ball into the 6-yard area, headed away. Deakin tries to drill it, but he gets it wrong, and someone's turnips in the allotment field next door have just been squashed. Sorry, Mr. Sanderson. I'm sure you can replace him. So back for Bottomley for the goal kick.
Good enough for a bum.
Some gardener's going to be saying that net on that side needs to be higher now to the North Ferriby committee. So Bottomley will send it long. Owen heads it away, goes to the left hand side. Ainsley will win it, and he sends it downfield, and he takes a touch. And Henderson, I thought, got a clip on Turner there, but the game will continue with North Ferriby on the ball before Tinker's able to head their ball forward away. But for a return header from Ferriby, it's just a bit of both teams giving each side the ball there, and then a tackle from Deakin gets forward to Rawson. Now Marshall on the ball, taking it forward, trying to go out on the right hand side now, trying to get beyond Walters. He's got 2 men round him with Shortland helping to defend. Back to Lemon, takes the touch, will then return it back to Marshall, tries to get beyond his man, but blocked, and Turner now will clip it over the top, and Marshall looks to win it, but well won by Kirk, but Kirk took the touch, and it will be an 8th corner for Stocksbridge. Ashington have equalised against Brighouse. Harrison Clark has made it 1-1 in Northumberland. Here comes the corner, into the middle. Ultimately punches it away. No one's onto the punch, and North Ferriby can clear. Goes to Cisse. Holds it up, appeals for a handball, which will not be given. Stocksbridge trying to win it on the right hand side with Turner, but instead it's going to be knocked forward. Look, as Cisse goes out of play, will be a Stocksbridge throw. I'm just wondering, with the way we've got 2 corners that Bottomley's punched into the same area, which is towards the right-hand side of the box as we look at it. I wonder if the Steels could potentially position someone there to try and take advantage of that. Someone like Alex O'Connor, who's got a decent strike on him. As Lemon launches it downfield, goes all the way down to Marshall, but he loses the ball and then ends up just kicking it out of play for a throw-in. But he tried to get it forward. We are actually at 45 minutes. In fact, our clock has stopped on the commentary. So it's a throw in for Walters to take. I think Bottle was thinking it might have been a big kick. Walters launches it downfield, and Turner just heads out for another throw in. We're going to have 2 minutes of added time. I think that was all for that break we had for the referee to have a chat with his lineman. As Owen sends the ball forward, goes all the way over top to Marshall, who tries to go through, but well tackled by Roma, who stops that from going any further forward. Shortly gets it out to the left to Cisse, who switches it into the middle, but well won by Tinker, who just launched that away. Rawson will battle for it. Not to win there, Rawson going to fight for it again. Headed away, and Turner will control it. Now to the right to Marshall. Marshall running at his man, a bit of fancy footwork from him. Now puts the cross in, Grejlak's over it, gets header on, can't get to, goes to Deakin on the far side, drills a shot, blocked. Deakin's going to get it back here, he's outside the box. He's looking to get it, wants to get it back on his left, I think. He's going to take the short pass to Turner. Turner will get it now to O'Connor. Tinker back on the left. Tinker now putting the cross in, blocked. Grejlak gets it in the box, tries to get on the outside, drills it in the middle, cleared it out before it can get to anyone in the middle. Rawson was waiting in the near post. Corner kick to the Steels. They've had plenty so far in this game. Brentford are now 2-0 up on West Ham. Johan Visser, the scorer. Could Stocksbridge finish this half with a goal? It's a big opportunity here. They would be well deserve it for the manner of their play in this game. Here comes the corner in, headed away at the near post. Falls to Deacon, who will return it to Turner. Back to Deacon, who's going to be pressed. He won't take the early ball in, but then he shifts it. Well, trying on the outside, and O'Connor's going to help him on the outside, but instead Deacon will go on his own and play it sideways to Marshall. Marshall all the way out to the right to Grejlak, who's met quickly, and then that'll be half time as Lewis Denison puts the tackle in. A bit of a waste there from the Steels, could have put a ball in. But what was not a waste was that initial corner which Paul Iggleton was able to turn in. The referee had judged it across the line. It's been a good game for the Steels. We've had plenty of chances since then. They've not been able to take any of them though, and North Ferriby have looked lively in attack. It's North Ferriby 0, Stocksbridge Park Steels 1. I've been Adam Allcroft, and we'll see you in 15 minutes for the second half. Hello and welcome to the second half of North Ferriby versus Stocksbridge Park Steels. I've realised we've left the clock running on the score. Saying, so that's not very amateur hour of us. So we'll reset that. So yeah, we're back here at Dransfield Stadium. The Steels are currently 1-0 up here thanks to that Paul Iggulden goal. His header just about crossing the line according to the referee. And we were just about to get underway. We had a faint like in the last game and now we have started. So Stocksbridge getting us underway, and the routine they had for their kickoff has not worked out because it's just pelted the ball right into the window of the bar. But it didn't go through. Strong windows in that bar. They've invested in a good glazer here at Dransfield Stadium. So Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from left to right, while it is North Ferriby in the white shirts with green trim, in white shorts and white socks, kicking from right to left. We'll go through the teams for you, and there's been no changes at the break. So it's Ben Bottomley in goal, then Sam Ainsley, who got the booking in the first half, Jack Walters, Louis Kirk, Niall Tilsley, Dom Roma, Danny East, Joel Shortland, Tom Corner, Lewis Dennison and Kieran Cisse. The bench is Mason Johnson, Adam Porritt, Jaden Chabanga, Joshua Morale and Dan Hernandez. For the Steels, it's Ben Townsend, who's just about to take this free kick. That's going to go forward and into the box. We'll just follow this for a second as it's headed behind by Tilsley, but kept in by Ainsley, who clears it away and out for another throw-in. So we'll continue. So it's Ben Townsend in the Steels goal, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggulden, who scored the goal in the first half, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, Tommy Marshall and Oliver Gresh. Like the benches, Elliot Murray, Ash Butterworth, Silas Valladolid Collins, Harrison Poulter and Jack Dolman. So Stockbridge has the ball but then lose it, and before a tackle goes in for Tinker, and it goes out for a throw-in for North Ferriby. Ball launched forward and then Stockbridge got the block in, and both teams will appeal for it. Jack Tinker definitely got some contact from the ball, and probably the man as well, as he is going to head down in a bit of pain at the moment, head to the turf. I think he got a clip on his foot, but he's going to limp that one off and get back to playing. Ball launched forward by North Ferriby. They're going to get it down the right side. Owen wins the ball. Plays out. Will be a throw-in to the home side. So we'll hopefully clear out. Will be another Steels throw. The last time Stocksbridge beat North Ferriby, that was back in October, and they won 4-0. That was the first time the Steels have beaten this version of North Ferriby. So yeah, it's a Phoenix club from the previous North Ferriby United that had won the FA Trophy and done so many amazing things for a team that had, for the years before, floated around the Northern Counties, Northern Premier League, before getting to that National League North and National League level. Stockbridge on the attack here. Tommy Marshall on the right-hand side, in the middle to Turner, flicks it over the top to Marshall. Marshall volleys it into the box and cleared away before he can make it to Rawson. Throwing near that halfway, near the corner flag. The last time the Steels and North Ferriby United faced, Stockbridge got the ball in the box. Rawson plays in the middle, cleared away at the edge of the 6-yard area. Back to Marshall, takes shot, blocked again. North Ferriby's defending has been backs to the wall since this half began. Just goals to tell you about is that concert before the first half ended. They made it 2-0 against Bradford Park Avenue. Calvin Smith scored from the spot, and Newton Aycliffe are 2-2 against Belper. Liam Adamson has scored. Rawson managed to bundle the ball in the box again before Ferriby are able to clear the ball away. Corner's holding up the ball well. Back to Cisse, who will look to switch it, looking for Danny East. Tinker gets to it first and he'll send it back to Townsend. He has to chest and volley it away, as it was a back pass and a clear back pass. But O'Connor headed down well, back to Iggulden, who gets it forward to Marshall. Marshall takes it forward and he's continuing forward. Plays it in the middle, looks for Rawson, but well intercepted by Tilsley, who then just clears it away. Corner goes in, he's going to go down under a hold from Owen, and it will be a free kick. The coach just bundles through Alex O'Connor to take the free kick, and he'll be quickly taken out to Cisse on the left. Gets it back into defence and into midfield now with Shortland. Back, he goes into defence and then clip forward, and it's going to stay in play. No, everyone had stopped for a second thinking it had gone out, but Lemon wins the ball, and that will now go out of play. Quickly taken throw in by Walters. Iggulden will head it away. Turner heads it away, but only back to East, who gets it back to Cisse. Back in the middle to Shortland. Forward to corner, who's holding the ball up well, and it's going to be well tackled. Owen's having his shirt pulled as he was trying to get away, and will be a free kick to the Steels. Just down the river, Norwich City have equalised against Hull City. Josh Sargent has scored for the Canaries as they tackle the Tigers. Ball forward, look for Rawson. Both players holding each other. Then Rawson chucked to the ground, and that will be a free kick North Ferriby's way. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. So, both players were holding each other for a while, but as the ball played loose, it was Rawson that was being held by Tilsley. So I thought, that's going to be the Stocksbridge free kick, but he's giving it the other direction. Matthew Wright, who's not the favourite person around here at the moment, but might be becoming more favourite after that call. Turner can only hit it behind him, Owen returns it, and O'Connor heads it on, looking for Grejlak, who can only return it back into midfield, and flicked out to the right to Ainsley, who takes a touch, trying to get it down that right-hand side now. Back it goes to Kirk, who puts it in the middle with Shortland, and ball goes forward to East, who's been forced backwards at the moment. Can only go backwards now, looking to find an overlap, but it's an overhit pass that will eventually just go out for a goal kick. 51.5 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 1-0 to the Steels.
Your half-time winning raffle ticket, yellow edge ticket bearing the numbers 3.
Ball goes forward, look for Rawson, who does head it on. Marshall then flicks on, looking for Grejlak. Grejlak's offside, and that will stop that play.
Winning draw. Winner is Ollie Fellows. Ollie, you can click your prize from Mark in the club shop. So Ollie Fellows, the supporters club half-time draw winner, and the half-time raffle ticket number 381.
So your commentator has lost the raffle in very disappointing news. As the ball is headed by Stocksbridge, Lemon clears through, goes out for a corner. Turner will look to take forward, but just that little shift has lost him the ball, but then North Ferriby can't keep it, out for a throw-in. North Ferriby do have a flavour of the Stocksbridge about them already. It's not just Dan Hernandez on the bench. Their sponsor of the stadium and the front of the shirt is Dransfield Properties. That's a company that is based in Stocksbridge in the Fox Valley Shopping Centre. They were the ones who built that. I think Rawson is going to get a bit of a talk to from the linesman as well, as there's going to be a stoppage due to an injury. I think that's to Don Roma. Actually, I think it's now Tilsley, I'm sorry, in the North Ferriby defence. Just dropped to a knee and will need a bit of treatment from the referee. Jordan Lemon just had the football cleaned from him by an enthusiastic fan. As Jordan Lemon launches it. Jordan Lemon there being taunted by his own chairman, just to let you know, just as O'Connor can't flick the ball in play, goes out for a North Ferriby throw-in. Launched down by Walters, over the top of Corner's head, looking for Cisse, but Iggulden heads away. Corner heads it back, but Deakin gets knocked it onto O'Connor. O'Connor takes a touch, sends it down line, looking for Grejlak, but East can only send it up into the air. Walters does really well to try and keep it in. He weren't far off doing it, but it is out for a throw-in. back for Lemon for another throw-in. Lemon just taking his time with it here before looking for Orson, who tries to head out to the right, looking for Marshall, just goes a bit beyond him and it's out for a North Ferriby throw. It's a nice idea. I really like the attempt at something different from a throw-in, but it didn't work out. Billy Towen shouting like a caveman in defence, trying to organise his defence, ready for the ball returning his way. Crown outfield corner heads it on. Deacon gets onto it, flicks it back towards the box. Rawson would have been offside if he got to it, and Grezlak then gets penalised for a high foot. A free kick now for North Ferriby. 55 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to the Steels. Corner heads it back, but Deacon gets onto it to Grezlak, who controls, moves into the middle, but pass forward is blocked. North Ferriby win it. Well taken over by Kirk into the middle and flicked on to the left. Cisse will challenge for it, but well winning there by Eagledon. Goes to Grezlak, who looks to find Marshall, but his pass is intercepted, and now it's cleared away. It's looking for Dennison, but it's been well won by Eagledon. On the second attempt, gets the header away. Cisse gets it for Lemon can though, so it's back with Kirk. Kirk taking away from O'Connor, going forward, finding Cisse. Good sliding challenge from Lemon. Stops Cisse being able to get it. It's a throw into North Ferriby. With Walters now. Into the middle to Kirk. 1-2 finds Kirk again. We'll have to give it all the way back in defence for Roma. And out to the right, and Ainsley will look to stretch. Grezlak gets a bit of a foot in. It's going to just go out for a North Ferriby throw. We'll have to just get in position to deal with this North Ferriby attack. Going in the middle to Kirk, back to Ainsley. Pass forward is not a great one. Townsend will go towards it and takes his time in picking it up, and that will end that attack. Ashington are now ahead against Brighouse. Josh Gilchrist has scored from the spot. Whereas Rotherham United have equalised against Reading. Nombe has also scored from a penalty. So it's a throw in here for Stocksbridge just inside North Ferriby's half. Tinker launched it downfield looking for Rawson over the top and does find its way to Grezlak in the end and played into the middle. Marsh plays it back to O'Connor. He'll think about it. He has thought about it. Palmed over the bar by Bottomley. Alex O'Connor scored here last year at this ground. It was a blunder from Ben Bottomley that allowed that goal. This time he was looking for something much better, and his shot was met by something much better as well. But as Bottomley made a really good save to palm it over the bar, it's a corner kick to the Steels, their first one of this second half. Danny Deacon will take it over on the right wing. Short option is presenting itself to him, but Turner was going forward, but will not be taken. Instead, Deacon will now take the corner the traditional way towards the near post. Head away, near post, goes to Turner, back to Deacon. Deacon gets in left, putting the cross in. Second time, and cleared away into the 6-yard area. Cleared out now to O'Connor. He takes another shot. This one's more well over, and Bottomley won't be challenged by that one. We'll see. North Ferriby have looked good at defending within their own 6-yard area. Now North Ferriby will make the change. So Adam Porritt is going to be coming on. He will be replacing Jack Walters. So that is the first substitution. And also we're going to see Lewis Dennison head off. And the man who's come on for Dennison is Jaden Chibanga.
Replacing number 10, Lewis Dennison, is number 15, Jaden Chibanga.
As Stocksbridge have got the ball back, Rawson tries to play out to the right side, no one there for it, and it will be a throw-in to North Ferriby. Chris Paul's early changes is looking to change the game here, and when it's Kirk who manages to bundle away through Turner can't do enough to get the ball away. It's switched out to the right-hand side now Forward to Cisse, who's moved on to the right wing following that substitution. Back to Ainsley, puts the cross in, headed away by Turner. Grejlak battling for it, but Cisse will win it. Tries to head out to the right, but head away again. But Roma returns it to the right wing. Stocksbridge battling for the ball, and Grejlak and Tinker just left the ball there, and Ferriby have just nipped him, but Grejlak wins the ball back and gets the ball returned to him. Eventually, sliding tackle goes in, and it is going to be Ferriby's throw. It's been adjusted to have come off Grejlak last. Walsall have equalised against Chesterfield. Jamil Matt has scored. There's Ferriby look to create an opportunity here. Cisse being forced backwards though for now. Back to Tilsley, the captain. Out to Ainsley. Forward it goes. To Kirk and now to the right to Cisse, who's trying to beat his man down the right. He's got two men on him though. Back it goes to Ainsley. Cross going in. Townsend will collect it at his near post though. In the Premier League, there is a bit of a shock scoreline happening in the Premier League because Ipswich Town are winning 1-0 away at Aston Villa. Liam Delap has scored. Ball is forward from Ferriby, and they're trying to win it in the middle now before it's knocked away. Goes to Cisse and back to number 14, Porritt, who's taking space on that right-hand side, trying to find some corner, but it's been well won by Eagledon, who clears it away, looking for Rawson. Rawson moves in from an offside position though, and it will be a free kick. This is probably Ferriby's best part of the game. They've had a lot of the possession of the ball, and while they haven't really created anything concrete out of it yet, it's still should be a bit concerning for the Steelers as Tilsley goes over right. Turner returns it, and it's just going to go at the top, and it's just going to go back to Bottomley. Bottomley also returns it, flipped on, goes to Tinker though, and Tinker will send it on the top looking for Grejlak. Grejlak heads it on. Rawson will win that ball on the left-hand side. Plays it back for Grejlak. And no advantage given, even though Grejlak would have been bearing down on goal. Will be a free kick to Stocksbridge on the left-hand side. Grejlak, who scored last Saturday against Ossett United. Could have had a big opportunity to have 2-2, but will be a free kick. And I don't think a booking's been given for that either. So Stocksbridge had a chance to put the ball into the box from this free kick. I haven't really seen advantage using this game too much. But Turner to take this free kick. Putting it in, going towards the near post, almost waiting, flick towards the goal, but Bottomley saves it. I think it was Rawson with the final effort while he was on the floor. Bottomley clears it away, O'Connor heads into the middle to Deakin. Deakin tries to get in the middle, but Ainsley is on left back now. It's a really nice ball to Corner on the right wing. Corner advances, looking to put a cross in, but it's blocked by Tinker eventually. Tinker gets a foot in, comes off Corner. Corner just about keeps it in to keep the attack alive. Some good play from the big centre forward. Eventually the cross does go in. There's a block and it will be a corner kick. 63 minutes gone. Fulham are 2-1 up on Nottingham Forest. Ugalumba, the scorer. And Walsall 2-1 up on Chesterfield now. Harrison has scored. And Huddersfield Town have equalised against Barnsley. Karoma, the scorer. Some goals in the NPL East to tell you about as well. Ashington 3-1 up on Brighouse. Carl Ross has scored, and we'll tell you about the rest after this corner kick. Cisse he's going to put a low one in, and Owen slides in to clear it away and then turn a big boot away. Not a bad idea, to be fair. Almost caught Stocksbridge out, but Owen was just quick enough in the end to get a tackle in, and it will go out. Right. And one of Elliott's tape that he's got round the bottom of his socks is just about coming off after that effort as well. Shortland knocks it over the top, and it's knocked out. Will be a throw-in for Stocksbridge. So we'll tell you about those other goals in the NPL East. Cleethorpes are 2-0 up on Sheffield. Ben Middleton has scored. Bishop Auckland are 1-0 up on Ossett. Louis Johnson has scored. And Will Shaw has made it 3-0 against Bradford Park Avenue. And Jack Dyche has just been sent off for Liversidge. That means he will be unavailable to play in our game against Liversidge next Saturday. Ball Ball goes forward, head away by North Ferriby though. Cisse is looking to get on the end of it, but Eagledon reads it well and just boots it out to play for a throw-in. Minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steels, and North Ferriby, they're having a really good passage of play at the moment. Last 10 minutes it's been all there. Good decent ball, but Chibanga couldn't get a clean head on it. Goes well wide in the end. Ian Richards shouting orders. I don't think he's happy with the way the Stocksbridge seem to have dropped off in the last 10. Stocksbridge will really want to go on that way end of the score to really try and just ease the minds. So Townsend taking his time with it, which is one of those things that you love it if your keeper's doing it, you hate it if the other one is. Townsend sends it long, looking for Orson, heads up into the air. North Ferriby are going to win that battle and have the possession of it now, and they've slipped it through to Danny East, who's got it through to Cisse, who's turned well, bearing down, looks for Chibanga, finds Chibanga, moves into the box, he's looking to get it onto his right foot, back to Cisse, edge of the area, he's a shot, takes shot, blocked, and it goes out to the left-hand side, and it was going to eventually tumble out for a throw-in right next to the corner flag for North Ferriby. And there are appeals that Sam Ainsley was in an offside position, but he didn't interfere with play, and now he's down with an injury. They're concerned because he wasn't even in contact with the ball, so we'll have a bit of a stoppage in play for some physio treatment. I don't know what has gone off at Liversidge Pontefract, because Liversidge had a man sent off in Jack Dyche, and immediately after Adam Watson has been sent off for Pontefract. Huddersfield Town are now 2-1 up on Barnsley. It is Ben Wiles, the brother of former Stocksbridge midfielder Alex Wiles, who has scored. Sheffield Wednesday have also equalised against Coventry. An own goal from Joe Latibaderi has made it level there. So Ainsley is going to head up, I think, for it's going to be a substitution, I think, actually, that for North Ferriby. Never good to see an injury like that when it's off the ball. You just think, oh, that's going to be a bad one. We've seen it a few times for us over the last few weeks. He's going to be replaced by Joshua Morale.
Substitution for North Ferriby, replacing number 2,
so that will be
number 16, Josh Morale.
So Josh Morale will head on, and it looks like it will be a straight swap. He's heading towards the same position at left back that Sam Ainsley was in before the swap. Ainsley had swapped alongside Kieran Cisse. His first action will be to take this throw in. Thrown but intercepted immediately by O'Connor, then he loses the ball back to Morale, tries to get it to Cisse, but Lemon tackles and then he's held, and it will be a free kick. So it's back to be a free kick for Ben Townsend to take. Belper are 3-2 up on Newton Aycliffe. Kevin Bastos has scored, and Bishop Auckland are also now down to 10 men. John Howard, the man who's been given his marching orders. Bishop Auckland leading 1-0 against Ossett. Ball goes forward Townsend, but no one to challenge for it. North Ferriby just head it away. It's over the head of Eagledon. Owen will come in and sweep it up, and he just sends it down the line. Stays in play, but then Marshall tests it out, and it will be a throw into North Ferriby. Morale will come up to take this throw. Sends it down. Corner heads it on. It's going to be flicked on. Look for Chibanga, but it will be intercepted, and back to Townsend it goes. Chibanga will press. Short pass from Townsend to Eagledon. Eagledon turns and then sends it away. Will be intercepted there by Kirk, and it finds the number 7 Danny East, and then switches it out for Porritt on the right side, but he can't keep it in. He slides to try, but fails to use, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw. So it has been majority North Ferriby ball in the second half. Tinker will send the ball downfield and headed on by Rawson before it's cleared away. And Chibanga wins that battle with Lemon, gets forward to Cisse. Cisse running on, and then Eagledon goes in with a tackle, but it falls to Chibanga. Edge of the box, looking to get it on his right. Back to Cisse. Cisse's being forced backwards at the moment. Gives it to Danny East on the right wing. East putting the cross into the box, and Owen will head it away. But North Ferriby back on the ball. Over to Morale on this left-hand side. Forward to Chibanga. Chibanga into the middle, and now look to find Chibanga, but Lemon should have that covered. He does, and he will look to just turn, and he's going to clear it down the line. Look for Marshall. Marshall can't keep it in. It is a throw-in now for Ferriby. Morale now will have the throw-in. Throw near on the left to Chibanga. Back to Morrow, who flicks it over the top. But Eagledon will just boot that one away. Goes back to Shortland, who steers ahead of to Morale. Forward to corner, chests it down. Plays it back to Kirk. Now it goes to Chibanga, who will get the beat and a Lemon initially on the left. Lemon, though, gets back in position well. Chibanga plays it, cuts edge there to Cisse. Touch it to the right, but no one's there for it. Tinker will happily clear it away, but he sliced it away. Graves able to head it on, though. Rawson challenge it, lays off for Marshall. There's a counter-attack opportunity for Steels. Though North Area have got a few back. Marshall's got option behind him. He's going to give it to forward, though, to Graves. Then going to try and find Marshall again. Morale's doing well with his body. Slowed Marshall down, and North Area be able to intercept. But cleared that out only to Turner. Turner out right to Deakin. Deakin now to Marshall. Down to Graves. Trying to flick it through to Marshall again, but that's when he tackled him. Back it goes in defence. Morale plays it out to Chibanga. Into the middle, it's poor. O'Connor wins it. Now to Graves. Look to find O'Connor again. O'Connor racing on the ball, but well won in the middle by Tilsley, who will carry the ball away. And then O'Connor got a foot in, blocked it, and it's going to go out. It's been given as a free kick, I think, that, and it will be a foul and a chance for North Ferriby to get the ball back up the field. Well, let me shouting orders out to O'Connor, the 33-year-old. Aston Villa have equalised against Ipswich. Ollie Watkins has scored. And Newton Aycliffe have equalised against Belper. 3-3 there. Liam Jarvie has scored. Ball goes forward and all the way forward, almost to Danny East. Tinker has to clear. It's going to be a North Ferriby throw. The long kick up from the goalkeeper Bottomley, almost unlocking the Stocksbridge defence. Morale throws it into the box, but Lemon will get it, and now back to O'Connor, who clears away. There was appeals at handball. Forward to Rawson, who chests it down to Marshall. Marshall takes control of it. Forward looking for Turner. It's a bit ahead of him. Roma will have it. Back to Bottomley. Grajlak will press, but cleared away. Eagledon will head it away. Goes to Deakin, who gets it to O'Connor, and then knocked forward. Grajlak was offside, so he can't do anything about it as it goes all the way back to Bottomley. Bottomley sending it upfield, looking for corner. Good header away by Owen, but no one's in the midfield for Stocksbridge. Grajlak's well away, deep in the area. And it's back with Kirk, in defence to Roma. Out to the right to Cisse. Being forced backwards at the moment. Back to Porritt, knocked forward to corner, tries to look at midfield. Challenge ball 50-50 there between Sean Turner, but North Ferriby will keep the ball. So switch looking for Morale. Marshall will try and get back to defend. First up, Morale finds Chibanga, back to Morale. Gets on his right, slips it to Chibanga. Chibanga just looking for the cross. Well in tackle from O'Connor, and Stocksbridge have the ball back. Marshall, deep in his own half at the moment, trying to run his way out of it. Knocks it forward, gets a bit of a shove for Flores, but it's going to go all the way back to Bottomley, who will send it right back. Lemon will follow it. He's going to follow the bounce now, and he's got two men on him, and he's just going to have to hook that away and out of the stadium. Sounds like shiny orders. I think Ian Richards might need to make some changes, because North Ferriby are just pressing and pressing and pressing, and it's looking like they will get the opportunity soon. They need. Here it comes, it goes to Kirk here, just outside the area. Back to Roma. Over to Porritt. Putting the ball in, but it's a poor one, and intercept by Deakin. Can he find Rawson here with the ball over the top? He is looking for Rawson, got him on the left-hand side. Rawson with a bit of space up against Tilsley. Rawson going to go on the outside on the left, trying to get past Tilsley. Rawson's bundled over. It's a penalty kick to the Steels. It's a great ball over the top from Deakin to find Rawson. Rawson just gets his body in the right position beyond Niall Tilsley, who's now got himself in the book, and Stocksbridge have a chance to make it 2-0. Luke Rawson was the penalty taker for Stocksbridge last year, makes his second debut this year, but he will not be the one taking it. Alex O'Connor is the man who's about to step up. And he'll face off with in Bottomley. So, it's a big opportunity for Stocksbridge to try and double the lead after North Ferriby have put so much pressure on the Steel's defence. There's a booking also for Louis Kirk. Not entirely sure what that's for. I'm going to presume there's some dissent in there. Yeah. So we wait. Alex O'Connor has put the ball on the spot. We are waiting for Ben Bottomley to get into position. Weirdly, the linesman's on the edge of the 6-yard area, like it's a shootout. Not entirely sure what that's about. So here goes the whistle. Alex O'Connor gets the OK, makes the run up, and it spits the post. That's awesome. And he can't do it. He turns, he gets it back into the middle. It's Deacon, tries to back, and it's still being go through. Here comes the shot, blocked, and it's a harks back to the times that Stocksbridge missed several penalties in a row for Hardick. And now there's a break. Chibanga goes forward. Chibanga's looking to go on his own, but Jack Tinker stops that with a tackle. Slips it forward, back into the midfield. Now North Ferriby have won the ball back. Back to corner on the right. So Alex Connor's first in-play penalty miss. He's only missed in shootouts before now. Bottomley, I think, got a hand to it as he got to the post as well. I think Lewis Rawson will appeal to have penalties back after that. As North Ferriby do not want on the top, and it will go out for a goal kick. 76 minutes gone in this game, 1-0 to the Steels. They've just missed the best opportunity they could have had to make it 2-0. Southampton have got one back against Bournemouth. Sulemana, the scorer for the Saints in that South Coast derby. Bridlington have got one back against Dunstan. It's 3-2 at the UTS Stadium. Tom Allen has scored. Ball forward, and North Ferriby will head it back. It's going to go out of play for a Stocksbridge throw. So back now with Tinker for this throw-in. Thrown forward and headed out for another throw for Stocksbridge. Grumpy old man after that penalty miss for the Steels just goes, has a one-word line for it, balls, which I think is fairly accurate description of how disappointed Steels fans will be at that penalty miss, especially with how much pressure North Ferriby's put on. Tinker just pinged one forward, but too far for anyone. Bottomley, the hero of North Ferriby at the moment, especially if they are to get back into this game. Back. He collects the ball and it's back to out the edge of his area. Sends it forward. Iggledon will head it away. Head it forward, and Turner will send it well forward. Rawson looks to head it on, looks to get it the second time. Just knocked away from him, but O'Connor will get onto the ball. O'Connor wants an option, but he'll in fact give it to Marshall. Marshall in the middle to Deakin now. Deakin's going forward it. Back to Marshall. Finds O'Connor on the right. Rawson's an option in the middle. Flicks it to Deakin. Deakin lays it back to O'Connor, now to Turner on the edge of the area. Turner tries to get, he's knocked to the edge of the area, nothing's going to be given for that, and it's a chance to counter-attack for North Ferriby. Here comes Cisse across the halfway line, avoids the tackle from Tinker, out to the right. And now the Steels have got back in position as he holds the ball up looking for reinforcement. Cisse now will give it back into defence to Tilsley. Now onto the right to Louis Kirk. And then back to Kirk it will go. Tilsley on the ball, who got booked. He gave away the penalty. His blushes were saved after the miss. Ball is switched, and Lemon will chest it back to Townsend. And he'll pick it up after being pressed by Chibanga. Takes his time with it, as you would expect at this stage of the game. Sending the ball forward. Headed away by Roma, and then O'Connor returns it to Marshall. Turns out to a bit of trouble. Turner gets out to the right to Deakin, who keeps it in. Gives it in the middle to Turner now. Carrying it forward. Evades pressure and back to Iggulden. Now to Deakin, who goes forward with it. Goes to Marshall and was looking for an attacking option, and he hasn't really got it. Deakin didn't offer himself, but a bit too late at that point. Marshall goes back to Iggulden. Iggulden clips it over the top. Lemon's going to be the one to try and create a problem with it, but Tilsley should have that covered. It goes back to the keeper Bottomley. And then it's going to be cleared away, and then Iggulden will try and win the header. Corner goes out with it. Owen clears it. Comes off Iggulden, but back Tinker clears it away. Marshall can't keep it in. Will be a throw into North Ferriby. 80 minutes gone in this game. Brighouse have had a man sent off. Josh Grant has gone off, and the Steels will make a substitute. It's Grezlak heading off. He's going to be replaced by the number 16, Harrison Poulter. And we are going to see Mason Johnson come on now as well for North Ferriby. So we didn't get who Mason Johnson has replaced. We'll get that in a minute. He's back with Morale for this throw-in at the moment. Morale has now got the okay for the throw-in. Sends it downfield and corner heads it on and flicks onto the left-hand side. Appeals like Mason Johnson's offside, and Mason Johnson's first action will be being offside. It is actually surprisingly Kieran Cisse who headed off for Mason Johnson. I'm really surprised that because Kieran Cisse has been the most dangerous player for North Ferriby in this game. So back with Townsend now, and ball goes forward. Rawson going for it, takes the touch down to O'Connor, flicks it on the over the top. Poulter will challenge, but back to also head it forward to Poulter. Poulter flicks it over the defender, tries to get the finish, but well blocked by Roma, who cleared away. I think he got it off Poulter as well, so it will be a North Ferriby throw-in. We're just crossing to the 82nd minute now. Liversidge have won back in that battle of 10 men. Jack Crook scores. And Sheffield United 1-0 upon Luton Town. Ahmed Dodzic the scorer. As Tinker just hacks one away, and Rawson will not be able to get to that before it goes out. Throw-in to North Ferriby. Going to go back to Bottomley.
81-minute substitution for Stocksbridge, replacing number 11.
Take control, taking his time with Bottomley, make sure he gets his kick right here. Goes forward, Iggulden heads away into midfield, and O'Connor flicks it forward. Rawson's offside, can't do anything with it as Horrick gets it back to the goalkeeper. Back to Bottomley. Bottomley taking his time with it as well. Marshall will press. Ball going forward towards Shabanga, who heads it on towards East. East controls it, chests it. Tinker trying to follow him. Back it goes to Shortland. Switch over to the right, but well headed away by Deakin before it can make it to Kirk. Then the ball is put in. A good cross out, but headed away again. Back to Shortland. Tries to get out to the right, and it is Louis Kirk now. Got some space here. He's going to put a ball into the box, looking for corner. Iggulden just misses his header, but it's beyond Shabanga as well on the left wing. He collects it now, facing up with Lemon. O'Connor's back as help as well. Shabanga looks to get past Lemon, goes to the edge of the area, gets it to Shortland, flicks it towards corner, but headed away by Tinker, headed back into the box, hit by Shabanga, blocked by his own man. There's Mason Johnson with the block. And now eventually Marshall gets a tackle, gets it forward to Rawson. Rawson controls it well, holding it up well, lays it off for Turner. Turner, if he could, he's going to hold it up here and try to get it, can't keep it in, and it's going to go out for North Ferriby throw-in. Just maybe could have found Harrison Poulter, who was charging forward on the other side of him. Throw-in's going to go back to Bottomley. Let her put the ball forward. Owen will head it away. Poulter will look to challenge, but it's about right flick forward. Mason Johnson tries to get on the end of it, but Tinker's won that ball, and now we'll just send it down the line and out for a North Ferriby throw-in. Bournemouth a 3-1 up at Southampton. Marcus Tavernier has scored in the Premier League.
And hopefully we'll see you next Saturday here at the
And opposite
Transfield
of equalising's 10-man Bishop Auckland, Eddie Church, the man on the score sheet. Tinker launches the ball forward, Rawson heads it on, goes to Poulter, who's controlling it well, trying to get away, but the tackle goes in, but only back to Turner, who when he gets out to the left of Deacon, who's launched it forward, looking for Poulter, head away from him, but O'Connor will be the first onto it, flicks it over the top, and Marshall will get it, and Marshall's got a bit of space to go at Morale here. He's going to get it forward to O'Connor on the overlap. O'Connor keeps it in, well blocked by Shortland, and it will be a corner kick for the Steels. Manchester City are 4-0 up on Newcastle United. Former Sheffield United player Josh McAtee has scored. It will be a corner, which Deacon is taking his time with. So here comes the corner kick from Deacon. Lofted one into the middle, headed in the near post, goes to O'Connor, edge area, lays off for Turner. Turner takes shots on target, but it's blocked. It's going to go out to the left hand side. Stocksbridge are just going to follow it and allow it to go out to play. Tinker goes up for the throw in now to see if the Steels can trade something to just finish this game off. Tinker with some options, but not many. Deacon's come forward now. Poulter has. He said he's going to throw it to Rawson, who just peeled away. Rawson back to Tinker. Tinker trying to play the ball in. It's going to be another corner kick for Stocksbridge. So another chance for Stocksbridge to try and get that important killer goal. So Turner with the corner. Morale is going to go up as to block a short option. Here comes the corner, right into the box. Bottomley gets a punch onto it. There's a few tumbles in that box. O'Connor drives, shot flicked on. Owen goes in, go almost not far off. Well caught by Bottomley. It was an improvised effort from Elliot Owen. Bottomley quickly sends it out, but it's going to be blocked to go to Deacon, who launched it forward. Paulson is going to think he's onside. He's not. It's a free kick. 87 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to the Steels. Bottomley now with a free kick and a chance to get the ball forward for North Ferriby. Ball forward now from the goalkeeper. Rawson can only head up into the air. Second header, tries to get it away, but it's still there. O'Connor flicks up again into the air, and then Deacon heads it fully away, but only back to Porritt, who gets it out to the right-hand side. Now trying to get in the middle, but well intercepted by Turner, who then hacked it away, and Marshall will look to press on this as Shortland looks to cover, and he covers well and returns it back to Bottomley. Takes the touch, the goalkeeper. Marshall will not press and elect to get back in position. Ball going forward. Connor flicks on. Almost falls to Johnson. Lemon doesn't get a clean touch away. Chibanga gets it. Chibanga on the left wing now. Into the middle with Kirk. Back in the middle, then left footed flick forward. Owen will look to head it away. He does, and it's held back by Deacon. Deacon will go forward. Poulter wanted the ball forward. Poulter needs to get onside. Poulter's going to have to leave it. He's going to go for it. He's going to, and then eventually lose it. I think he's shown too much intention to go get the ball, which is why the linesman's flag has gone up, and that's just youthful daftness. 88 minutes gone. Bottomley gets it out to the right. Puts the ball into the box. Headers lofted, and Townsend will volley it to make sure it don't go out for a corner. Throw-in for North Ferriby. Back to Porritt. Then out to the right. Now to Kirk. Kirk looking for a cross, but has to get back out to the right now. Left-footed ball into the box. Goes to the edge of the area, but Tinker initially had slipped. He's able to get back up and clear it away. It's going to go all the way back to Bottomley. O'Connor will be... He originally thought he was going to press, but he said he's going to leave it for Bottomley just to send the ball forward. Iggledon towers over corner and heads it away. Goes to Turner, who will try and carry it out of pressure, and he does it really well. You can find Poulter here, but the pass is blocked by Porritt. It's a throw into the Steels. Right in front of Chris Balder in the North Ferriby bench. And it will be a substitute. Elliot Murray is going to make his way on the defender, and he's going to replace Tommy Marshall. As Ian Richards looks to hold onto this game. And Elliot Murray will head into the heart of defence. Four minutes at a time in this game, which has got a bit of a stir from the home fans. I don't think they're particularly happy about that time going. As Rawson heads on that throw-in, cleared away, and North Ferriby on the ball, but they end up just knocking it out themselves. Throwing for the Steels on that left-hand side. Launch down looking for Rawson. Go on, Rawson, go to the corner flag, mate. And that is what Rawson's going to do. He's going to try and keep it in that flag, but he hasn't done a particularly good job of it, and he's given a foul away as well. You always think the gold standard for time waste in a corner was that England women's team in the Euros final a couple of years ago, where they kept it in that corner for about 8 minutes straight in extra time, and I've never been more impressed. Ball goes forward, corner heads it on really well, almost goes to Johnson. Stocksbridge on backpedaling, but it's Eagledon who just clears it away, and it hits someone's van in the car park. Throw-in's quickly taken, back to Porritt. He gets it back, Cross is going to go in, well read by Tinker, headed back, he's going to head back into the box, corner flicks it on, into the area, comes the strike, it's well over, there's going to be appeals for everything, and it's going to be a corner kick. Steels are not happy about it. You heard what the committee said about that, they want them just to get ready back to defend the corner, and because that is what has been given. Big corner defence here for Stocksbridge. I can imagine this is one of the reasons Elliot Murray's come on, knowing that a set piece would eventually go to the home team, who are looking to remain unbeaten. The last loss they had was back on New Year's Day.
Get on with it, lads. Get on with it.
Some referees not happy with Ben Townsend, but no card will be given. Danny East will take this corner. Stocksbridge will have to be on best form to defend this. Here comes the corner in, going to that far post, head him in the air. Townsend looks to claim it. Townsend catches. It's brilliant from Townsend, who then does your classic fall onto the floor.
Come on, Stocky, keep it going! Come on, lads!
We have now gone into 2 minutes of added time. We have 2 more to go. Townsend launching it downfield. He's looking for Rawson. It's who you'd expect him to look for. It comes on his ankle, but the linesman has given the free kick for the pull from Murrell and Rawson. Murrell looks offended by the fact that was given as a free kick. And Murrell is going to get a booking for perhaps maybe being a bit too choice-wordy with the referee afterwards. North Ferriby's 4th yellow of the game. Stocksbridge aren't sending really anyone up forward for this one. What I think North Ferriby should be more concerned about is the time this is ticking off the clock. Time that often doesn't get added on, even though it kind of should. Deacon's going to look for Lemon on the right hand, but Chibanga intercepted it. Deacon wins it, gets forward to Rawson, flick back to Lemon on the right hand side, back to O'Connor, forward to Deacon, chest it down. O'Connor looks to get it sled tackled away, back to Turner, who's going to knock it towards the corner. Morale will head it away. Turner heads it right back, looks for Rawson. Rawson chests it, he's trying to move into the box, he doesn't, but instead of going for goal, he is going to head towards the corner flag. Rawson, hold it, he's got 2 men on him, but he's knocked away from him. And he's going to now, North Ferriby are going to carry away. I think Rawson needs some corner practice without some time waste in the corner, because it's twice he's lost it pretty quickly. And now North Ferriby will come forward, switching it forward, looking to get the ball into the box. Eagledon will head it away. It's his goal, that's the difference so far. Turner looking to get away. His Turner's been blocked, and then second tackle, stop it. Daniel goes down Turner. It will be a free kick to North Ferriby. And this will probably be the last act, because there's 10 seconds left of added time according to our clock. Ben Bottomley heading up for North Ferriby. The Steels will need to have everyone back, even Harrison Poulter dropping back. Can the Steels defend? Here comes corner going in. He's freaking in. Townsend! What a save! It's Ben Bottomley with the header, but Townsend makes a stunning save. And we need another ball though before we can resume.
Set up, Alex! Alex, set up!
I think I'm learning what Graham Furness is like as a manager, because we've got a throw in to defend. Ben Bottomley's still in there. We saw him as good with a header. We're waiting for this throw to be taken, and it's going to be taken quickly now. Goes forward to Murray, and it's a free kick for a push on Turner.
Keep going, Stocky, come on! Nearly there, keep working!
4 minutes 45 seconds have gone by our clock of 4 minutes at a time. Ben Townsend's just made a stunning save. It's the only one he's had to make in the game, but it's the most important one he'll make.
You've got this, Luke.
Townsend sends it down. That is it! 9 minutes gone. Paul Eagleland's header made it just enough over the line, and it's the goal that matters. Stocksbridge could have had a few more in that first half. They didn't really take advantage, and North Ferriby, who took control in the second, almost took advantage. And right at the end, Ben Bottomley, the goalkeeper, was foiled by his counterpart Ben Townsend with a stunning diving save. It's 1-0 to the Steels. It's a massive 3 points in the battle for the playoffs for Stocksbridge. Thank you very much to everyone who was listening today. We look forward to seeing you in midweek for our game against Wombwell Town in the Sheffield Senior Cup. We'll get your details of that out in the coming days. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Adam Allcroft. Keep tuned for post-match interviews and reports, and we'll see you then. Good night.